Just about to get ready, underway here. Start of match number 11 here as he just picks this one into the leg side for a single. And a battle here, and a win here for the Czech Republic. Well, that would mean that there's going to be a really tight battle on for that second position between themselves and Hungary. They obviously meet tomorrow, as Sazi Buyan is opening up here from the commentator's end. And Taranjit Singh, and he gets off, should get off the mark here with a really well-timed drive, but a shotgun. Doing really well in the covers to just keep that to a single. It's a good start from him after he had a bit of a tough day in the field yesterday. But Romania, they're going to be looking to get their first points on the board here. As Buyan continues. So Thisan on the cut, and that's going to go through the infield, and it's just going to be a single as there is a man covering the offside boundary. Here in the power play of game number 2 today. See 3 games a day here, and obviously loads more cricket on the European Cricket Network, with games up in Sweden and the ECS up there as well. And a bit of an appeal from Buyan, umpire doesn't seem interested, so it's going to be a dot ball. Taranjit Singh just looks to cut this through the offside, doesn't get anything on it, goes a little bit too close, not really much foot movement there either. And Romania, well, they're the highest ranked team this week, not getting off to the start that they would have liked. So Taranjit Singh gets this one through the covers. It's just going to end up being a 1 run, as it's the good bit of field placement by the skipper for Czech Republic, Aruna Shokan. As you see Buyan on your screen, he's going to be keen to carry on as he's bowled really well. That's a couple of days. This is short, so Thisan, he's going to go big. Well, that's going to be the first boundary of this game, and it's going to be a maximum from Ramesh Thisan. Just rocks back. This one just drops his length, doesn't he? Buyan, and goes towards deep square leg. It goes all the way. 6 runs for the Romanian. It's a really good way to end that over. 10 coming off it. 10 for none off the first over. Obviously, 3 games today, 3 games tomorrow, and then we move on to Sunday, which is going to be finals day. So, and tomorrow we're going to be looking at some really tight games again, as we start tomorrow with Hungary versus the Czech Republic. Gibraltar, well, they come back against Romania, and who knows, Romania could still be looking for their first victory in that game. And then we finish with Malta as they take on Bulgaria. And then we have the 5th and the 6th playoff early on Sunday morning. And at midday, we have the 3rd and 4th. And then we finish with the final hit of the Valletta Cup in 2022. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you the coverage here in Malta. And once again, a huge thank you to those in the YouTube chat. Really, really have embraced your involvement throughout the last couple of days. I had some really lovely messages as well on my Instagram and from people watching all around the world. Really good to see European cricket being played internationally and being provided a platform, as Ritik Tomar, the tank, is opening up for the far end. It just stays a little bit low. This pitch just shows a little bit of variance, as Taranjit Singh yet to hit a boundary after that first over, only facing the 3 deliveries before that one. Malta, well, they'll be pretty happy. 4 from 4, they're ready. And they're pretty much certain for the final on Sunday. As Singh just plays this into the offside. Should just be the one, as that man there just cuts it off. Good work from Sengupta, who we're certainly going to see with the ball later on in the innings, as it brings Ramesh Thisan. Well, Thisan's just struggled a little bit, hasn't he, this tournament? Well, the entire Romanian team has struggled really, apart from Taranjit Singh. And we're sure to know that they do feel if they're going to set a defendable total, Taranjit Singh is going to have to be the man. come off. Sathisan lets this one come through. It's a good area from Ritik Tomad. And obviously, we're off the back of what was Gibraltar's first win in the tournament up against Bulgaria. Bit of a collapse and a few comments just about Bulgaria's lineup and in terms of who bats where. And I think there's definitely somewhere that they can reevaluate as we see the Tomar coming in. Well, he looked as if he was getting a bit excited, but it's just given a wide by the umpire there. Well, Sathisan goes over the top. Hasn't quite got all of this. Could be out. Well, Divisi does well, and he comes around. And they run the two hit. It's a good bit of running for Romania. Sathisan looking to go over the top, but doesn't get all of it. Let's just see here. Just short of the slot, I would say, as he goes after it. And Divisi, well, he's interested, and then does well just to pick it up cleanly. And it's only going to be the 2 runs. And Sathisan cuts that through, and he's played that really well, and he's got all of that. That's going to run away for 4 runs. Really, really good shot as he just rocked back, played this through the angle, and just runs away over the boundary. It's 4 runs for Sathisan. It's his second boundary in this innings, first 4. So Romania, they're really going to be looking to trouble the points column on the table. As he plays a similar shot. And it's just going to be the single. As that brings us to the end of the second. And Romania, they move on to 19 for no loss. And we're going to be able to take a look here at this table. Well, that win for Gibraltar puts them into 4th position at the moment. And they're going to be quite happy with that, as Romania, they still are yet to get, as we just take a look here, Romania yet to get a win on the board, are they? Malta pretty comfortable at the top, 4 from 4. Hungary, the unranked team this week, they're 3 wins from their 4 games. Czech Republic, 2 from their 3. Again, with that astounding run rate after taking Bulgaria's bowlers all around the park. As we return to live action, it's going to be Buyan to continue. And Sathisan looks to go big. Doesn't get all of this. It's going to run over the infield. It's going to run away for 4 runs. Sathisan on the charge. Looks to make the most of this power play. As Buyan, not a terrible ball. And it's just one. He swings hard. Doesn't get all of it, but goes over the infield. And then this outfield is absolutely electric. If you can get it over the top, and it runs away. 4 runs for Romania. That's a good shot from Sathisan. He's timed this well, and the fielder gives chase, but he's not. It's going to be in vain as that goes all the way. Another 4 runs for Romania, and Sathisan, well, he's on fire. Sathisan going really well here early on in this innings. Buyan, well, he's going to need a response here, isn't he? Sathisan, well, that's a lovely shot again. That's going to be 1 bounce 4, 2 bounce possibly, and it trickles over. Sathisan really looking promising here for Romania. Just struggled early on in this week. He looks like he's found his rhythm. As Romania, they run on to 31 for no loss. Can he have a response? But he goes again, and that's going to be the same result. As that's going to, well, it does plug a little bit, actually. It's just plugging over here, and it's not going to go. There could be a bit of a mix-up here. I don't know if they've actually ended up getting any runs off that. I think that might be a dot ball. I think it is going to be a dot ball. That has just plugged as it's got down here. And it's not going to be, it's going to end up being a dot ball. Well, well, well. You have to say that Sathisan, he's missed out there, hasn't he? Just seems to, everything just seems to be plugging as it comes down to this region near me. Here, long on, long off. Oh, and he goes for a big shot there. Doesn't quite come off, does it, for the Romanian skipper? Just take a look here. Again, in the corridor. Again, probably in the slots. It's the Thisan. Well, he'll feel that he's missed out there. Last ball of the over. Oh, and this goes into the leg side. Again, it's going to plug. And it's going to just end up being the 2 runs. So they have to run everything here now, aren't they, up? And they're going to learn that the hard way. As that's going to be another 2 runs towards the total. As we finish the third, Romania 33 for 3. Off of 3 overs for no loss of a wicket. And there's just a question in the chat. Well, Romania's leading wicket taker. He's up there in the records. Pavel Florin. He's not here this week, and I've also read similar things to those in the chat. He's just stepping down from international cricket to allow players like players along the lines of Marian Gersim, who's 15 years of age, and he's here this week with the Romanian squad. So, but Pavel Florin will be sorely missed by viewers and by the Romanian team for sure. Now, Ramesh Sathisan just finding areas of the ground that's just plugging, and maybe the outfield hasn't been cut over the last few hours this morning. I know the infield certainly was. Oh, and Taranjeet Singh just misses out there, as you can see his partner at the other end going big and wants to get a bit of the action. Doesn't quite get this one, as Sathisan now goes down to have a chat. Well, Sathisan, he struggled this week. It looks like he's going to be coming off here. He's 29 off of just the 13 deliveries. Well, that's a lovely shot from Taranjeet Singh, but there's a man out there. So it's just going to end up being the single. So skipper out there, Ashokant, doing a good job. Brings that man on strike. Ramesh Sathisan. And Sathisan just gets a bit of bat on this and comes through for the single. Pavel Florin obviously being sorely missed here, but what he did for European cricket in the inaugural ECL back in 2019 in La Manga, he went viral, didn't he? He had members of players such as Ian Botham and the late Shane Warne tweeting about him, saying, well, this is what it means, the love of the game. And Pavel, I'm sure he's going to be watching here as his Romanian teammates. So I hope you're doing well as we go back to Latik Tomad and Taranjeet Singh. Well, he hits that well. He's hit that. That's going to crunch all the way through for 4 runs. That's Taranjeet's first boundary. Times this really well. No one's going to stop that. It races away to the boundary. 4 runs. Romania looking to make the most of this power play. Can the tank Tamar have a reply? Well, it's short, and Taranjeet Singh is going to rock back. I don't know if this has got the legs. It's just going to trickle over the boundary. It's 4 runs again for Taranjeet Singh as he gets in on the action. Latik Tamar looking to correct himself, just a little bit too short. Singh not going to miss out on that. Rocks back, 4 runs for Romania. So Latik Tamar just This is slightly struggling here. And it's short again, and Taranjeet Singh, again, doesn't quite get all of this. He's going to get changed, but it's going to go for another boundary. At the end of that over, Romania, they find themselves on 47 for no loss, and that's a big over from Latik Tomar. 14 runs coming off of that over. 3 consecutive boundaries for Taranjeet Singh, who gets in on the action now as he moves on to 16 off of 10 deliveries. And it's going to be change of bowling. Buyan comes out of the attack. Satyajit Sengupta, he's going to come into the attack for the Czech Republic. Sengupta, he's gone really well. As we just acknowledge the officials for this game, as we have Tim Wheeler here at this close end, and we've got Sandeep Parnals at the other end. So Sathisan's on strike. Is this going down his leg side? Taranjeet calls it well. There could be a bit of a mix-up. Taranjeet just sort of almost gets in the way of Sengupta. Bit of a mix-up early on. Taranjeet Singh, he wanted to go, didn't he? He wanted it to go. Sathisan, we said no. And then Taranjeet Singh was put his arms out and just said, well, I'm here now. Might as well go for it. And they end up coming through safely for the single. And Singh just plays this late under his nose and lets this one go through for a single into the offside. As that brings up the 50 for Romania. Just one shy of the 50. Correction, not just yet.
Where's John? John G. Johnny boy!
That's well adjusted from Sathisan as he looked to go big into the leg side, but just wasn't quite there and ends up just pushing this one back to the bowler. It ends up being a dot ball for the Czech Republic. Doesn't get that. Should just be the one, and I think it is. As it's that man there. Naveed Ahmed does really well out in the deep, and it just keeps it to a 1. Sengupta, it's a good first over from him here. Oh, that's an absolute peach of a delivery. And does Taranjeet Singh, all ends up. Does Satyajit Sengupta. And Singh did really well not to get a nick on that. Great response from Sengupta. It's a really good first over, this is. Just the 3 coming off it so far. And he finishes strong, and it's going to end up being a dot ball. It's a really, really good first over from Sengupta. And it's just going to be the 3 off it, as at the end of the 5th, Romania are 54. There should be 50 for no loss. And once again, really good to have some insightful inputs in the chat. There's Phil G's in there, Craig Hampson, and Salabjit Card. Really good to see you in there. Once again, really appreciative of everyone in the chat and everyone being so welcome as we continue here in the Valletta Cup. I really enjoyed my first 3 days as we're halfway through the week now. I really enjoyed myself, and I hope that I've been up to the standards that expected here now on the European Cricket Network. As Vinny, well, he landed safely last night up in Sweden as he looks ready to return to his commentary duties in Stockholm next week. And obviously Rico and Rhino bringing you great coverage up in Sweden at the moment in Landskrona. Quarterfinals day. As we continue here with some international T20 cricket. Romania a 50 for none after 5. And they're just going to put this in. And it's going to be Divisi, the man who couldn't do anything wrong yesterday, couldn't put a foot wrong, could he? And got a really lovely century along with Stain. Both obviously still in this lineup, as that's just going to be put into the leg side for a single. You see that, the Romanians, they're looking a little bit beat, aren't they? No runs, no points on the board for them yet here in this tournament. And there was a lot of pressure on them, wasn't there? Coming in as favourites. As Singh goes big into the offside, and that's going to be a lovely shot. It's a great back foot cut shot from Taranjit. It's going to be 4 runs for Romania. Back of a length from Divisi, gets punished. Taranjit Singh, textbook stuff, 4 runs. It's a really good comeback from Divisi as Taranjit just plays this one back and gives it the respect that it deserves. This is a good start from Romania, going at more than 10 and over at this point. It's a slower ball, and Taranjit Singh doesn't miss out on this one. And that's gone all the way. 6 runs for Taranjit Singh. It's a slower ball, and he reads it, he picks it, it's in the slot, and it goes the distance. Into the palm trees, into the jungle. 6 runs for Taranjit Singh. And that's the Singh that we're used to seeing here on the European cricket now, because he races away to 27 off of just 16 deliveries now. It's quicker, and Singh goes again. It's not going to go all the way, but it's going to be 1 bounce, 4 runs again into the jungle. Taranjit Singh getting in on the action once again. Consecutive boundaries for him now. Divisi just trying to change it up and give it a reply. Overcompensates. Goes for 4 runs over the top again. This is going to be, I think it's going to be another 4, and it is. That's a lovely drive from Taranjit Singh. He just waits on this and just punches this through the covers. And not a really good start for Divisi in that over, as he ends up going for 19 off it. Romania at the end of the power play, well, there's 69 for none. Really, really good start from these 2 openers here. As we've seen in the last couple of games, Taranjit Singh's been able to get off to a good start, but he's just not had the support, has he, from his opener, Ramesh Sathisan. But this time, Sathisan has gone really well, as he's 33 off of just 18 deliveries as well. It's really, really good batting from these 2. Divisi, they started well yesterday, did really well throughout the day, but this time, not the start that he would have wanted. Gives us an opportunity at the end of the power play. That's by Tim Wheeler, the umpire there. If you're in the chat, let us know where you're watching from, who you're supporting. And there's a regulars in there, know who you're going to be supporting. Do let us know. Some really good conversations in the chat, which I really, really enjoy seeing here. And Sathisan just trying to pull this one. I don't think it was really there to be pulled. Looking to the leg side. See, man out in the deep. No one, as you can see there, no one on the infield on the leg side. And interesting, just as I say that, and moves over to the leg side. Oh, that's a really, really good delivery from Sengupta. He's bowling really, really well here. It's a really, really good delivery from Sengupta there. Steps across, hits this well. And is it just going to, just slows up as he gets down it? Well, that's a real shame for the fielder there. I think that's Smith Patel in front of me. Does the hard work of getting there, but can't quite cut it off, can he? The man, it is Smith Patel, gets through his legs. He did really well to get there, but he'll be disappointed that he can't quite cut that off. As Sathishan, well, he moves on to 37. Sathishan, well, he drives that well, and there's a man out there and should cut it off and does really well. It's just going to end up being the singles. Good work from the man out there. And you see Underground Bodega, saying he's from Cali. Well, California, he says he chose Romania because he likes the yellow jerseys. Good array of colours on show throughout the week. As Tajik Singh's on strike now. And this is going to be crunched into the offside again, and it's just going to be a single. The man doing the work out there. Ramakrishnan doing really good. Bit of fielding out there. As Vishak Yagana Visan, well, he was dropped out today. As had Shubhranshu Chowdhury. Chowdhury taking a few wickets, but just struggling to keep his economy rate down as he struggles with wides. So Thisan goes big into the offside. I think that's got the legs. Oh, well, that's a really good bit of work from Ramakrishnan out there. And it's going to end up being 2 runs, and it's really, really good from Shadan Ramakrishnan out there as we get to take another look at this. So Thisan looks to go big. And again, they're just caught ball watching, but they do end up coming back for the second. As this now sees the end of the over. Take another look at this. Really, really good work. He just judges this well. Does well to keep this in play. See, at the end of the 7th, Romania there 77 for no loss. Drinks being brought on, as it looks like we're going to see one of the main bowlers for the Czech Republic, Naveed Ahmed, into the attack, right arm off spin. Sathisan, he's moved on to 40 off of just 23 deliveries. Good to see him coming off and in the runs again. And as you just see here, beautiful setting at the Master Sports Club here in Malta on the Mediterranean island. Well, just in between these 2 games that we had, we've in the second game now, went and just stood out in the middle. Really, really warm when you're out there. Not really much of a breeze earlier on, but there's just a little bit of a breeze coming across now. Sort of coming down towards us, towards the camera. Romania, well, you feel that they've come into this as the highest ranked team. Yeah, they're going to get a victory at some point. As Naveed Ahmed starts here, and that's just going to be pushed out for the single. Naveed Ahmed's been picking the bowlers for this Czech Republic bowling unit. Thisan, he's going to look to go big. Oh, that would have been a really good catch if he could have taken it, but it's just going to go past him, and he runs away for just the single. So again, good areas from Naveed Ahmed. Naveed Ahmed is a man who's seen go really, really well. Taranjeet Singh just rocks back, and that just splits the field, and that's going to run away. 4 runs for Taranjeet Singh. Really, really good bit of batting here from Taranjeet Singh as he now moves into the 30s. It's a great shot from Singh. And once again, we're seeing him get close to that 50. He's done really, really well. He's been the main batsman for Romania in this tournament so far. That's a good reply from Ahmed as he darts this one, and it should just be the single, and it is going to be the one. But yeah, interesting to see Uganda Iversan missing out. Just struggled with the bat, hasn't he, coming in at number 3 for the Czech Republic. And you do feel that if these two, if they can go big, going on for a tight game here. So he advances to Zathisan. Oh, just bobbles. Just goes over. That's Sazim Buyan as they come back for the 2. It's good running from Romanian. Yes, clever running from Romania. Steps across, that's well adjusted from Naveed Ahmed, really, really well. Ends up just being just the 9 off his over with the 1 boundary. And once again, we see the opening partnership nearly reaching 100 partnership and being unbroken. As we saw some really good hitting by Avinash Pai and young 16-year-old Louis Bruce earlier on today for Gibraltar, getting them their first victory against Bulgaria. Just struggling this tournament. Batsmen not really being the issue, more so bowlers just getting a bit of treatment. And Taranjit Singh's on the sweep, and that's going to go all the way. It's squeezed through the man there. It's going to be 4 runs for Taranjit Singh. The Romanian out. Move on to 90 for no loss. Taranjit Singh, who's on to 46 now. Again, really good partnership up at the top of the order for Romania. Sathisan just not coming off this tournament, but this time performing really well. Can he have a reply, Sengupta? Just back of a length and Singh just drops and runs this into the offside. Well, Sathisan goes big, and that's going to go all the way. That's 6 runs for Sathisan. And again, a maximum. As again, he just hits this one over the top, and it keeps on going, and that's his 2nd maximum in this innings for Rama Sathisan. And he moves just 1 away from that 50 now. As we just take a look at the ball and given back to Sengupta. 11 off this over so far. And 10. Sathisan goes into the leg side and do well. He does really well. Does Latif Tomad out there, but that does allow Sathisan to come through for his 50. That's his first one in this tournament. And it's good to see the man we've seen perform for Romania so many times here on the European Cricket Network. Good to see him finally come off. This brings up his 50 off of just 28 deliveries. 5 4s and 2 6s, going at just over 181 strike rate. Comes across. Oh, it's just comes away from Sathisan off the seam. Good bit of bowling from Sengupta. So he looks to finish this over strong. He's lost his run up there. I think he's going to have to go again as he looks to finish his 3rd hit. He's given a bit of the treatment here as he's gone for 13 so far. Sathisan, well, he's deserved this 50. He's batted really well here against the Czech Republic. It's full up. It's Gupta. And Sathisan's just going to drag this into the leg side. And Tanji, he runs in through for 2. And Davisi just fumbles it. And the Czech Republic, they look a little bit rattled here in the field, don't they? Early on in this game. As that brings us to the end of the 9th. Romania, 101 for no loss. See there, Davisi, well, he went for 19 off his first over. And Buyan, just 24 from his 2. So well, he's been the pick at the moment, economy-wise, but just can't break this partnership, but it's worth over 100 now. Again, another partnership that we see. I think that's 4 in the last 5 games of the opening partnerships that have gone on to be worth more than just the 100. As it's the end of the over, and it's 101 for none, off of 9. And we're going to see Naveed Ahmed come in again from that far end. Well, Taranjit Singh brings up his 50 in style as he flashes that over the covers, and that's 4 runs and 50 for Taranjit Singh. And 2 full from Naveed Ahmed. He's really getting punished, isn't he? If he just veers off that line of length, it goes all the way for 4 runs. At the moment, they look like they're going to be going big here, aren't they, Romania? So these two, they're really looking really comfortable. So, Naveed Ahmed, we're just going to wait as we need to get another ball on. As he's just going to take a look at this. And he's just going to say, well, okay, fine. I'm still going to try and dispatch it over the trees. Well, a bit of delay. It's just trying to work out where we need to be in the field. I think we're ready to continue here. I'm entirely seeing 51 off of just 25 deliveries. As cuts this through, and he gets a stop on it. It should just be the one, and that's the 12th man, Yagana Visan. Tarjit Singh, 52 off of 26 now, with 9 4s and the 1 6 in his innings so far. There's just a delay at the moment. I think it might, I'm not too sure as to why. There is a delay here. I think it might be due to this condition of the ball. Might just be a little too nice at this current stage. As we're going to take drinks by the looks of things, as there's a break in play here. Yeah, looks like they're going to take drinks early here. As we take a look to what's going on in Sweden at the moment, where it looks like it's going to be a tense finish. I'm going to leave you here with Rico and Rhino.
Oh, well, the European Cricket Network, it's all about making players' dreams come true. It's been all about dreams here today in these quarterfinals. And are we going to see an incredible chase? 148 is required. And that means 16 required or 6 balls. It could go right down to the golden ball. Wouldn't that be something? Andrew Ryan, have we ever seen 2 matches like this? The first quarterfinal was a low-scoring thriller. The second one ends up being a high-scoring thriller.
Have we got replacements coming in for the second 2 games, Rico? I don't know if I can take much more of it. This is extraordinary stuff. Dheeraj Malhotra has played a magnificent over there. The 2 fours off the last 2 balls, he sat calmly. He knew where he wanted to hit, and he had the last ball from Hussain. It was telegraphed as a slower ball. He just waited for it to sit into his leg stump, swung it away for a boundary. This is incredible. They require 16 off the last 6 balls.
Well, hang on a minute. Forget that for a moment. Big news coming in. This is why there's been a lot of discussion going on, a lot of shaking of heads. 5 penalty runs for slow over rate. 5 penalty runs. So we're going to go down. That takes it down to 11 required for victory. This is incredible. Can't believe it. There's a lot of discussions going on. The captain getting involved in it. He's saying he's not happy about it. But look, if that's a decision that's made, you've got to go with it. Oh, well, what a turn-up for the...
Well, as we return back to action here, thrilling stuff going on up in Sweden as it's all happening. Penalty runs, golden ball opportunities, and a really good work from Rico and Rhino up there. But do stay here as we're seeing some magnificent international T20 cricket here and some incredible batting displays from Romania. Sathisan and Taranjit Singh on 53 and 52 respectively. And you do just think, could these two go the distance once again? As the Czech Republic, well, they're going to be thinking they're going to need a couple of wickets just to bring them back in here. What a bit of cricket that was going on up in Sweden, hey. As we return, Naveed Ahmed to continue for, well, Sathisan looks to go big. He's not got all of this, and he's going to go, well, the early drinks break, not too sure as to why that was, but it brings a wicket. They always say a wicket after drinks, and Sathisan, he holds out to the man in the deep. Romania, they're 106 for 1. It's that man up there. Does a really, really good job. I think that's Sweet Patel. And he has to go, does Ramesh Sathisan, but he'll be happy with the way that he's gone here. Finally in the runs for Romania, and they've set up a really, really good platform as they're now 109 for 1 off of 9.3 overs. Well, it's all happening up in Sweden. It's all happening down here. Excitement wherever you are on the European Cricket Network. It's been really, really exciting stuff here. And I hope you're looking forward to what looks like it's going to be another tense finish. So we know the Czech Republic, well, they're capable of hitting long, long balls. 258 they scored off their innings against Hungary as the new man comes in. And there's still discussions about the ball here. So I believe that was what the issue was as to why we took the early drinks break was we lost the original ball in the jungle. We just went on ahead. And Sathisan, the skipper, and Taranjit Singh, respectively, were not happy at the fact that the ball looked like it was in better condition than what the original one was. It's a big wicket. And the Czech Republic, they really needed that, didn't they? They're going to feel now if they can take another one here and remove Taranjit Singh. They could be right back in this, aren't they? Good bowling from Naveed Ahmed. That's a big shout. And he's not going to be given, he's appealing. It looked close to me from my angle as we take another look here. Bit of drift. I think he's quite far down the pitch. Could have been going over. The impact with the drift might have ended up being just outside the off stump. Naveed Ahmed continues. And Taranjit Singh just plays this into the leg side. It's going to be 1 run as it brings that man, Basu Saini. Well, he's been promoted, isn't he? He's in now at number 3. What an innings he played earlier in yesterday's game. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough as Hungary took the win against Romania. What an innings that was from Sathisan. Just a 53 runs off 31 deliveries. 5 fours and 6 maximums in that. Naveed Ahmed to continue. Saini just plays this to the man in the covers. And that's going to be the end of the 10th over. And at the halfway stage, Romania, they find themselves 107 for 1. As we take a look here, and Romania, well, they're not doing what's been usually happening here throughout this week, and they've managed to keep the scoreboard ticking over just after the power play. Again, similar to how Gibraltar did it earlier on this morning up against Bulgaria. As we see, the skipper's going to be coming on for a bowl now. And a shock out. There's going to be some pressure on him now, isn't there? As he needs to look to just bag these batsmen down. And Charlie seeing at that opposite end. He's on strike. He's on 53 off of just 28 at the moment. A bit of a false start. There's just a bit of issue between the umpires. But it's already now Tim Wheeler here at this end. Singh rocks back. Just drops this into the offside for a single. Brings the new man again, Saini on strike. Yet to get off the mark. Saini just takes his mark. Shotgun, really particular with his field, as you can see. Saini, a bit of an inside edge, and is into the vacant fine leg region. She could come back for 3 here. Tajik Singh turns and goes, and that's really good running from the Romanian batsman there. And the 3 was on early, as there was just no one there. You see the vacant area down there. It's really good bit of running from these Romanian batsmen as it brings the danger man, Tajik Singh, back on strike. And he goes big over the offside. There's a man there. It just falls short. And that's just going to end up being the one runs a really good arm from the man in the deep. And the keeper does well to take that cleanly. Does Valletta Singh. Saini's pushed this into the leg side and a shotgun. He'll chase this off his own bowling. Just for the single for Saini. That's a really good delivery from Adu and a shotgun there. Tajik Singh looked like he was going to wind up and try and go big. Didn't quite get it, did he? And really good bit of fielding again in close up in the infield there. As that brings us to the end of the 11th over. And Romania there 113 for 1. And a bit of information just on what happened up in Sweden. Well, Malmöhus ended up doing it, did they? As they required just 6 off the last over, and there was penalty runs up there. There was a threat of a golden over, a golden ball. So end to a really, really tense finish. And well, there's been plenty of them, hasn't there, on the European Cricket Network recently? We've had plenty over here, and I'm sure there's been a couple up in Sweden. So if you're joining us here in Malta, well, my name's Charlie Hunt, and you're watching on the European Cricket Network. If you're on the YouTube channel or fan code in India, as we return to Naveed Ahmed. That one just lifts off the crease a little bit there. And Saini just knocks that into the leg side for a dot ball. If you're watching in India, good afternoon to you, and I hope you're all okay. If you're in the YouTube chat, do say hello if you've just come over from Sweden. That's down the leg side, and Saini, well, he really wanted to go big there, didn't he? You can see he just wants to get that first boundary under his belt. Just couldn't quite get that skimming a wide down the leg side. Zaini, that's another edge. That's going to go through the offside. So that's a good bit of work by the Beast. It's the first time we've seen him in this game. Too desperate coming Sakara. Brings that in just for the 2. Well, that's in the area, and Saini looks to go big. That's a really good bit of fielding from the man in the deep there. That's Dylan Stain, the Centurion again from yesterday. Good bit of work from him in the deep there. It ends up just being the 1 run. Saini, you could see he was eyeing that area up. Couldn't quite get enough for it to go all the way. So it's just the 1 run. Tanji Singh looks to go big. Don't know if he's got all of that. It's gone high. Oh, and he's parried it. And it's going to end up going all the way, I think. I think he's parried that over for 6 runs. That's Sazi Bouyan as we take another look here. He sets himself. Doesn't take it the first time, but he parries it almost too much. I think there was obviously a lot of velocity coming down from that height. It's 6 runs for Taranjeet Singh. As again, I think we might have a bit of an injury here. As Bouyan, the man who dropped that catch out in the deep, just going to receive some medical attention. There's just a question about the umpires for Romania and Hungary yesterday, as that was on that Thursday. I believe that was Ruban and Sandeep, but that's the information I've got here. Don't quote me on that. That might not be 100% correct, as I think there is just an injury there for Bouyan as after he took that. I'll do my best. I'll find that one out for you in the chat. I'll let you know on that one. As we're nearly ready to continue here, as the substitute fielder comes in for Bouyan. Ahmed continues. Taranjeet Singh on strike. Looks to go again. Cuts this into the offside. Don't think it's going to go all the way, but should just end up coming back for the 2. And they do eventually. And there's just a few issues going on. A couple of things I think he's just saying, you're going to run, just run on one side. It makes it easier. On Ahmed, looking to finish his over strong here. Taranjeet Singh on strike. And he just plays this with soft hands and drops this into the offside for a single. As that brings us to the end of the 12th. Romania, they're 126 for 1. We get to take a look at the table here. Well, a victory here for the Czech Republic puts them level on points with Hungary. And as they will jump in second spot with a better net run rate. As we get another look there. Gibraltar, they're happy now. 1 victory on the board, and Romania batting at the moment. Well, they're going well on looking for their first victory in Bulgaria. Well, they're still struggling, aren't they? 3 losses from their 3 games. As they return in game number 3. As Ashokan continues. Good bowling from Ashokan. As Bulgaria, as we said, they will return after this game. Romania, they take on Bulgaria. Could be some big scores there. Hits that into the offside. Should just be a single. It's good work from Stein out there. He's a really, really good fielder. It's a great arm on him there. Really strong young man out there. Here's Stein. Obviously, great century from him yesterday. Alina Shokan. So he's on strike. He plays this into the offside and they run through for a single. This is really good running. We've seen this a few times. Just dabbing and running. It's really good, especially in the longer format of T20 cricket here. You don't have to go big all the time, and there are singles around. And if the fielders are on their heels and not tight on the single, and they're there to be taken, and they're doing well. Taranjeet Singh back on strike. It's going to be given a wide, and well, to be fair, wides haven't been too much of an issue, as that's just the third. The Singh goes big over the offside, picks the gap well, and that's going to be one bounce. One bounce, 4 runs for Taranjeet Singh. Great shot. Just opens up, goes in, 2 out, and it's going to take 1 bounce and 4 runs for Taranjeet Singh. So that wide proving costly for Shokan. He moves on to 69 now, does Taranjeet Singh. This is Fuller. Hit well. And the man out in the deep. Ritik Tamar does well and keeps it to just a single. Nah, it's well fielded from Ramakrishnan in the covers and keeps that to a dot ball as we finish the 13th. Romania 134 for 1. All right, gives us a good time to just say, if you're lurking in the group, in the YouTube chat, let us know where you're watching from. As it is just myself, Charlie Hunt here in the commentary box. Here in Malta, having an absolute great time. Thoroughly enjoying myself out in Malta. Myself and the crew, me, Maxi, project manager, and then we've also got Samir on the scorers. And then also the crew at Spring Productions doing an incredible job, as always, providing you with great pictures and with some incredible replays. We've got Elvira, Cadills and Martins here with us this week in Malta. We're being very well looked after from the Maltese Federation as we continue here with Naveed Ahmed, as he's gone for 1 for 28 off his first 3. Singh just drops this into the offside. And it's, again, good rotation striker. Singh now moves on to 71 from just 40 deliveries. Really good striking. Tiny into the leg side, doesn't quite get all of this, so it should just be collected for the 1. It is. It's, again, really good work from Dylan Stein. And if you see Stein on a scorecard, you normally think it's going to be 5 wickets. Stein, he went for a massive century yesterday against Bulgaria along with Divisi. It's incredible hitting from him. And Singh, he wants to get in on the hitting. Doesn't quite get all of this and cuts this into the offside. They should come back for 2. It's going to be close here. Oh, Tim Wheeler turns him down, but it's really, really good work from the skipper. Aruna Shokan out in the deep. And we'll get another look at that one. Again, from the good, incredible crew at Spring Productions as he turns and he's pretty confident on the 2. Well, Tim Wheeler, he might have got that one wrong as we just roll it back through the frames. An incredible arm from Shokan. I think he's gone. So Taranjeet Singh, he does well to stay there. Well, that could be a really big moment in the game, couldn't it? Taranjeet Singh, he's now on 73. And Tim Wheeler just getting that one wrong. But, again, they don't have the luxury of getting a look at the camera. But we do, as we continue here. As he's on the sweep. Doesn't, again, get all of this. It should just be a 1. But what a moment in the game that could be, as he's really set now on 74. And, well, again, the umpiring has been really good this week, and they obviously don't have the luxury, so they make their decision off real time. And it was obviously very tight, very close. So as we continue on, Saini on strike. And he's on the sweep. Well, he's just top edged this one. And Ahmed's going to take another wicket with him. Simple catch for Valletta to sing behind the stumps. Saini, well, he can't do the same as he did yesterday. He's been eyeing up that slog sweep. He just can't get it, so he has to go. So the Czech Republic, they get a wicket eventually in that over. As Romania, they fall for 139 for 2. Brings in the new man. It's just a bit of pressure. Relieve now from the Czech Republic. Has one ball remaining in Ahmed's spell. He's bowled really well for his 2 wickets. And the Czech Republic just having a bit of a huddle at that point after that wicket. I think they feel that brings them back in the game. As Saini, well, we saw yesterday, he went really big, didn't he? So we're going to see him go well. As Ahmed has 1 delivery left in his spell. And there's the new man. Guysssss Hussain comes in, strolls into the crease, just takes his guard. He has to just face this one delivery from Navid Ahmed. And he's going to get off the mark straight away as it just squeezes through. And they're going to come through for a single to end the over. So a good spell from Navid Ahmed as he finishes with figures for 2 for 34 off of his 4 overs. So that brings us to the end of the 14th. Romania 140 for 2. Taranjeet Singh still at the crease. 74 off of 42 deliveries. Now it's going to be Aruna shot count to continue at this commentator's end. Hussain along on the ground to the man at long on. And there's Ritik Tomar doing a good job manning the long on boundary. Well, doing the job, as he's saying, as he just rotates a strike. Brings a danger man. Taranjeet Singh on strike now. Well, that's a really good delivery from a shotgun. Taranjeet Singh, not often we see him. He just gets caught in 2 minds and rocks back. Squares him up a little bit, does that. And once again, Seat trying to get him through the covers, just struggling ever so slightly. Facing here a shotgun. Wide of the crease, and this one, he gets this one this time as it slaps through in between point and gully, and it runs away for another 4 for Taranjeet Singh as he moves now on to 78. And this one, he just gets this one right, doesn't he? Splits the 2 fielders, and that's going to go all the way. 4 runs for Romania. Looks for a response from a shot can, but I don't think he's going to get it. And Taranjeet Singh gets all of this one, and this is going to go all the way. 6 runs for Taranjeet Singh. Back of a length from Ashokan. And he just rocks back and hits this one well. 6 runs for Romania. Well, Ashokan, he started over well, didn't he? Just struggling now as he's been dispatched by Singh. And Singh has a bit of a full toss, just plays this one. It's good cricket from Singh. And Taranjeet, well, he now moves on to 85 off of just 47 deliveries at the moment. There's 11 fours in there and 3 maximums as he's going at a strike rate of 180 at this point. It does the same, just the 2 balls face for him. And he's now going to face up as Taranjeet Singh keeps on strike after that single. And after 15, Romania there 152 for 2. As we continue, back on with pace from this end. And it looks like that might be our main man for the Czech Republic. We've not seen the Beast come on to bowl yet. He's kept quite quiet as the Beast. This is back of a length. He finds the Beast there, and he does well just to stop this one. As there is Sengupta at the other end. Taranjeet Singh doesn't get a lot of this, just edges it slightly. As Hussein just does what I think his job is going to be at this point, just to rotate the strike. And get that man on your screen, number 30, Taranjeet Singh. Well, he's 86 off of just 48 deliveries at the moment. And it just doesn't seem like it's going to be easy to stop him. As he just plays this one into the offside. And it's a good bit of running from the Romanians again. You just see here, good bit of work again. Ramakrishna has been really good in the field this innings so far for the Czech Republic. As he's saying, once again, just dropping out to the man deep in the offside again to get Singh back on strike. Is it Sengupta to continue it? Finishing off his spell. Been a pretty tidy spell so far. And just as I say that, well, Taranjeet Singh rocks back and hits that onto the top of the net. So that's going to be another maximum for Taranjeet Singh as he now moves into the 90s. And that's a really, really big shot from Taranjeet Singh. Just back of a length from Sengupta. And he's not going to miss out on that. He rocks back and it's a really lovely shot from Taranjeet as he now moves onto 93 off just 50 deliveries. Well, we saw young Louis Bruce just go 1 short, 99 not out early today. Taranjeet Singh with just 7 needed now. And considerable bit of amount of time left. Can he get onto that personal milestone? We've seen him plenty of times on the European Cricket Network. And he's not actually had an international century for Romania. 91 against Malta back in 2021. Oh, that one just sneaks low and he does well to dig this one out as he just squirts this one into the leg side, and he's now just within 1 hit. So at the end of the 16th, Romania are 163 for 2, and you just see there Sabo Indivizi, we've not seen him return. Buyan's done well. And Naveed Ahmed, spin in the attack. Spin seems to be what's going to be getting them here as he's picked up 2 wickets in his 4 overs. A good spell from him. And once again, no sign of the beast. But Taranjeet Singh, he's yet to hit a century for Romania. He got close back last year against Malta. Well, and here up against Czech Republic. He's going to look. We're going to see the return of Sazib Buyan. And Taranjeet Singh, and he's got so many fans around the world that tune in here on the European Cricket Network. And Singh just into the leg side as Buyan returns into the attack, and it's just going to be a single. So Singh moves on to 95 now. And Adam Kumar in the chat saying, we don't want commentator curse. Well, it's always the case. Doesn't matter where you are, in what sport, there's always been a commentator's curse. As it brings Hussain back on strike now. That's a really good delivery from Buyan. It's a bit of an appeal, but I don't think there's going to be anything coming from that. Tim Wheeler just turns it down. Buyan, well, he's gone for 24 off of his first 2 overs. It's full again, and Hussain looks to go big. I don't know if he's got all of this, and it's well taken confidently by the man, Ritik Tomar, at long on. But more importantly, it gets that man, Taranjeet Singh, on strike. And Buyan gets the wicket that he wants there. And again, Ritik Tomar, the tank, does really, really well and holds on to that one as here's another wicket for Romania. They move on to 164 for 3. As we see the new batsman strolling to the crease to join. The big man Taranjeet Singh, he's sat on 94, 95. It's been an incredible inning so far from him. Again, not reached that century, has he? For Romania yet in his career. He's going to be looking to do so now. He's just 5 away. It's the offside for no run. Good bowling to his field here from Buyan as the new batsman coming in. Sivakuma Periyalwa. He's just got to play the support role now, hasn't he? For Taranjeet Singh. Wow, that's a really good delivery from Buyan as it just stays low and skids on a little bit. And Taranjeet Singh just as well. How's this not got up? And one final delivery remaining. And you have to say, Czech Republic have done really well here. They've dragged them back. Singh squirts this one away, and this is going to go all the way for 4 runs. And it's a really, really good shot from Taranjeet Singh, and not the way that Sazib Buyan would have wanted to end his over, as that brings up the end of the over, the end of the 17th. Romania are 168 for 3. Oh, that man there, Taranjeet Singh, now just 1 away from his 50, from his 100. Really, really seeing some incredible hitting from Taranjeet Singh. And once again, a man sitting on 99. Louis Bruce earlier on today for Gibraltar. He couldn't get off it, could he? That's just off that final delivery as he ended up on 99. Not out. And again, a really, really good innings from the young 16-year-old on a massive platform here. Streamed around the world, watched by Plenty of viewers on our YouTube chat, on our YouTube channel, and on fan code in India. There's Peri Alwa. He's yet to face. And Peri Alwa, this is short from the man who just took that catch in the deep, Ritik Tamad, as he returns into the attack. Peri Alwa just struggling to get that one away. His first delivery that he's faced. We do say that the part at the moment is looking around to be that 160, 170 mark. So they're at 168 at the moment. I think they're going to be looking to push on to try and reach that 200 mark. Peri Alwa just plays around this one again. You can see Taranjeet Singh just saying, mate, come on, just get me on strike, and I'm going to try and do as much as I can. And 99 not out at the moment. It's good bowling from the tank, Tomar. Can Peri Alwa just do what he needs to do, what Hussein was doing before he went big. And once again, Peri Alwa not playing a very sensible innings at the moment. And again, you can just see now Taranjeet Singh saying, just get back on ball. Settle the nerves a little bit. Well, he doesn't do that, but he's just going to get a little bit on this, and they're just going to wander through for the one. And as we see now, bringing that man on strike, Taranjeet Singh. Going really well, isn't he? 99 not out so far. Off of just the 55 balls. 6 maximums in his innings with the 12 fours. And here we go. Ritik Tamar's the bowler. Taranjeet Singh on strike, one needed. And he pulls this into the leg side. It's a really, really good innings from Taranjeet Singh. It's his maiden century for Romanian international T20s. And you can see how much that means to him as he lofts his bat and the support from the dugout. Some incredible hitting from Taranjeet Singh. You have to say it's been coming, isn't he? He's been in the runs already this tournament, and he's just been able to go on and motor on here and convert the start that he's got. And you can see that 100 off of just 56 deliveries. Peri Alwa looks to go big, and Peri Alwa, he's really struggling here, isn't he? But once again, as we come to the end of the 18th, Romania 170 for 3. Taranjeet Singh, what an innings that was. And it still continues to be. He's not out so far. 12 fours, 4 sixes for Taranjeet Singh. Been there since the start. He's striking 178. Peri Alwa just at the other end, just struggling ever so slightly. And you just see pictures here of the Master Sports Club here in Malta. As Taranjeet Singh remains on strike. And you just wonder now if he's just going to go for a hit. Plenty of wickets in hand as we enter the final 12 balls of this innings. It's going to be that man on your screen. Sazi Bhuyan to continue. This is spell. Singh, he is going to look to go big here straight away as he steps across. Doesn't get any of this. As he's going to look to target that leg side boundary. And Singh, he doesn't quite get all of this, but it's going to take some cutting off, and he's around there is Ritik Tamar. He does well, and Peri Alwa comes back for the second comfortably. Wow, Bhuyan, he's not happy that there's 2 from that. But when the boundaries are this, when the boundary's straight are this long, there's more than likely always going to be 2 there. Well, he goes high, there's no one there, so it's going to fall free. They're going to turn and go. Well, they're going to go at the opposite end, and, well, Bhuyan is not happy, the bowler, as Taranjeet Singh does really, really well. Comes back for the second as he now moves on to 104. Looks to go big over the offside. Doesn't look like he's middled that, but I think that's going to go all the way, and it does. 6 runs for Taranjeet Singh. And when it's your day, it really is your day. He's not middled that whatsoever. Right off the toe end of the bat. But it flies away to that short square boundary. It's another 6 for Taranjeet Singh. That's his 5th now in his innings. 110 for him now. Well, he goes big, goes high. He's not got all of this, and it's a really good catch from Ramakrishnan. Well, it's a real shame as Taranjeet Singh has to go, but applauds all round, and you can see there Ramakrishnan, the man that takes the catch, goes over and shakes his hand. It's a really, really good innings from Taranjeet Singh as he looked to go big, and he had the license to, didn't he? Ramakrishnan, he's been really good in the field, takes that comfortably. So Taranjeet Singh has to go for 110. Romania, 180 for 4. Taranjeet Singh, what an innings that was. 110 off of just 61 deliveries. 12 fours, 5 maximums in his innings. Strike rate of 180.3. Really incredible batting. Once again, you see openers going on to score big, big runs here in the Valletta Cup. And it's a good end to the over for Buyan as he finishes with a wicket and a dot ball. And at the end of the 19th over in Romania, well, they find themselves at 180 for 4. So, just 6 balls remaining now. Going off the supercomputer, well, they reckon that he's going to get around that 190 mark. And I think they'll be pretty happy with that. They started really, really well. Made big use of that power play, and after six overs, they were 69 for no loss. They just lost a couple of wickets in those middle overs, but they've done really, really well. Been a constant flow of boundaries, and it's going to be Raj Kumar on strike for the last over here. It's going to be Ritik Tomar to finish his spell. He's only gone for 25 off of his 3 overs already. We're just about ready. Field's ready, bowler's ready, batsmen are ready. Last over of the Romanian innings. It starts with a dot as Raj Kumar looks to go big from the off. Doesn't connect with this at all. Swinging from the hip. Really throwing the kitchen sink at this one. Well, he gets a lot of this, but there's a man there, and I think it's going to go over him. And it's gone them all the way, flat and hard. 6 runs for Raj Kumar. Just what they would have wanted from this last over. It's back of a length, and he just gets that front leg out of the way and swings and hits the rope on the full. 6 runs for Romania. There's Romania now. 186 off of 19.24 balls remaining. Ritik Tomar, can he have a response? It's a big swing from Kumar. Doesn't get anything of it. Again, probably just trying to hit that one too hard. Here's Raj Kumar, as we see here. Almost loses his bat. And we're halfway through this last over now. Just that big 6 coming off it from Raj Kumar. Ritik Tomar. Wow, he doesn't get. Well, I think the misfielder. Well, is that going to go? It's going to go for 4. He's had an absolute nightmare. Has Smith Patel down there. And he's been really solid in the field all day. And these last 2-3 deliveries, when he's come in too far, he's had to readjust, doesn't quite adjust enough, drops the catch, and then slides over the boundaries. That's 4 runs to the total. That's the 190 up now for Romania. Good hitting from Kumar here. And Kumar, when he hits this well, they're going to push for 2 as Pediawa. He's going to turn and go, I think. And I think he might fall short. Oh, it's not taken cleanly, but and even with the fumble, he gets back in. So it's another 2 vital runs to the total for Romania. You just see here, ideally, he's hit that well enough, and they turn and go. He just doesn't get that, does he? Smith. Oh, there's just a bit of an issue with the stumps. Last ball. And Kumar doesn't middle this at all, does he? And it should just be the 1. And they're just going to stick to the single. So at the end of Romania's 20 overs, Romania find themselves 193 for 4. And wow, what an innings we saw in that setting innings from Romania. Well, it started off really well. As you take a look at the highlights here, Guysssss, well, he struggled early on in this tournament. He's found some form as he went big early on. 2 6s in his innings and 5 4s as he ended up going 53 off of just 31 deliveries. But the main man, the other opener at the other end, Guysssss, well, what an innings he brought on here for Romania. He'd been in the runs early on in this tournament, hadn't been able to kick on, but he was able to make the use of a platform. We saw some beautiful fielding from Shawan Ramakrishnan throughout this innings. But that man on your screen, Guysssss, everything he touches turns to gold dust at the moment. And that one, so again, you see here, good catch from the man out in the deep, you can tell. And again, this one here, when he just parried it over, didn't he, Sazi Bouyan? Yusuf Saini looking to go big onto that leg side, but Naveen Ahmed, well, he was really good with the ball, as he ended up with stats of 2 wickets for 34 of his 4 overs. Guysssss just went big and even bigger, and did really well as he ended up on a mammoth century of 110 off of just 61 deliveries. You see there, it's his maiden international century for Romania, and has done really well. You saw there, so well, he's normally really good in the field, but just struggled down there in the end. As Romania, they ended up on their overs. After 20, Romania ended up on 193 for 4 setting, 194 for Czech Republic to chase. Well, they're going to back themselves, aren't they, the Czech? They put a 258 on the board. Well, 110 off of just 61 deliveries, which was absolutely some incredible hitting, backed up by his opening partner, Ramesh Athisan, 53 off of just 31 deliveries. And we're going to see what is sure to be an incredible reply from the Czech Republic. Obviously, more than capable of hitting big runs. 253 they scored against Bulgaria. Well, they're going to be returning later on today as they take on Romania in the final game of this day. And I think we're just about ready here, as it's that man there, Sabawoon Divisi. Well, he's facing up. Well, there's an edge, and it goes down to the young man there, and he does really well as he watches that, and it's almost just spun away as it reached him. Garrison there, doing really well out in the field this week. And unfortunately, he's dropped a couple of catches, but his fielding, his ground fielding and out in the deep has been really good. It's exceptional work from the young man. As it brings, well, the other Centurion, Dylan Stain, he's back on strike. Very rare that you get to say that both your openers in their last game scored a century in an international T20. Mishra is in. It's Fuller. It's a really good shout. Umpire just not really interested at all. Walks away straight away. We get to have another look here. It's pitched outside. Pitched outside leg. In Romania. Well, they're going to be up for this, aren't they? They've got a really good total to defend, have the bowlers. They're still searching for their first victory here in the Valletta Cup 2022. So this is Fuller from Mishra. It's just going to end up being a dot ball. Good start from Gaudav Mishra. He did really well yesterday. Unfortunately, Romania came out on the losing side against a really good Hungarian outfit. Well, they haven't been ranked this year by the ICC. They're doing a good job here. Well, Stain goes big early on, and that's going to be 1 bounce, 4 runs, and that's the first boundary in this Czech Republic reply. And Mishra just veering off his line there. That's what happens when he's going to continue over the wicket against the left-hander. It's a really good way to get off the mark for Stain as he sweeps this one. 4 runs for the Czech Republic. Can we have a reply now from Gaudav Mishra? Stain just looks to play this a little bit late. Just plays it in. It's going to be close here. He does well. It's well backed up by the skipper, Sathisan. As it brings Sabawun Bavizi back on strike. It's Fuller, and he's driven this through the covers, and that's going to run away. 4 runs for Sabu Navizi. That's his second boundary in the first over here for the Czech Republic in reply. And at the end of the first, the Czech Republic, they're 10 for no loss. Really good over from the Czech Republic. Mishra. He got punished, and he veered just down the leg side, and he went for 4 runs, and then tried to overcorrect it. Ended up being in the slot. Davisi, well, he's not going to miss out, is he? It's a good start for the Czech Republic. Need to be going at just under 10 and over. If they're going to get close here, obviously the total 194. It's going to bring the man who got some vital runs at the end, Raj Kumar. He went big in the final over for Romania in their innings. As Dylan Staines going to be on strike now. And that's a good start from Raj Kumar. As it's just going to end up being pushed into the offside for a single. And I get this chance to say a good afternoon to everyone watching in on our YouTube channel, European Cricket Network. And if you're in the live chat, say hello. Really enjoying your contributions. And a good afternoon if you're watching on Fancode in India. As Navizi takes strike against Kumar. As this is going to be the first wide of the innings. And it's a really interesting start from Raj Kumar. He's going to have to bowl that one again. You have to say that in Romania's innings there were only 3 extras, so you do feel that if Romania are going to defend this total, they really have got to keep extras to a minimum, as they just push that into the offside and they run through for a single. So Romania bowling well. They're going to really need to push on now, as the batting unit have come off now. They've done really well. As he swings this across, and it could be close if he hits. It would have been gone if he hit that. We have to say, wouldn't have been far away if he hit, but it's good work from Raj Kumar. And these two, well, they've played each other twice before, each winning one of those contests. So that's just chipped up. Oh, he did well. He got a hand on it, but it was a tough one. That's a good arm there, and that's just going to end up being a single there. It just popped up, didn't he? See how much that meant to Sathisan in your right-hand corner, top right. He's comfortably home for that one there. Well, Sabo Indivisi living life on the edge, wasn't he? That's a chance. It's a half chance. Beautiful if Romania are going to get their first victory on the board. They're going to need to be taking some of those half chances. For Romania, well, I'm sure we'll see coming up later on, Ijaz Hussain. He's been a really good bowler so far for Romania. Sahini going to have to be doing a really good job, really economical bowler. As that's going to be down the leg side. It's a good take from Abdul Shakur. That's going to be another wide. So already these wides are catching up with the amount that were given away by the Czech Republic. Two balls remaining in this over. Staying on strike. He looks to go big, and he does. He goes over the infield, and that's going to run away. 4 runs for Dylan Stain. As this one, 2 full from Raj Kumar. That just goes over the top. It's a lovely shot from Dylan Stain as he continues where he left off from yesterday. 4 runs for the Czech Republic. Raj Kumar, 2 full in the slot. He gets punished. Really, really good shot from Stain as he now moves on to 10 with just 7 deliveries. This is Stain's debut for Czech Republic in this tournament, and he's done really well so far this week. As Raj Kumar, that's going to be another leg side wide. So Kumar really struggling in this first over. He's been hit for a couple boundaries. Just the one in this over. And he just needs to sort his line and length out and get that consistency back in his game. 1 remaining in the over. Well, he timed that really well with Stain. He's only just punched that into the offside, into the space, and it's just going to be 1 run to finish the over. So after the second over, the Czech Republic, they find themselves 22 for no loss. Already, as we have a look there, Czech Republic, they're really pushing for that second spot, aren't they? And as I'm joined here in the commentary box by Samir Nayak, as he offers me a nice beverage, very kind of him. Thank you, Samir. Just not take another look there. Romania, well, they're yet to get off the mark. They're really going to be looking to build here, as the batsman, Taranjit Singh's done a really, really good job. And it's going to be Mishra to continue. He bowled really well yesterday, even though they couldn't quite get it over the line. And Stain pushed this into the offside. It should just be 1. As the man comes around up there on the boundary. start from Mishra. He just veers a little bit too straight onto Davizi's pass. He just clips this into the leg side. Good work from Raj Kumar out there, and it's just going to be 1 run for Davizi. Stain just pushes this into the offside, and he times it well. And that man there, the Centurion, Taranjit Singh, gives chase, cuts it off, and it's just going to be the 1 for the total. And that it's going to bring Davizi back on strike. Both these men, well, they've done really, really well in this tournament so far. Tippin Stain looking more comfortable at the 2. It's gone really high, and the young man's under it. And the young man takes it. Guysssss, the 15-year-old. That's a really, really good catch. That's his first take of the tournament. You can see how much that means to the Romanian team. And it's a really, really big wicket of Sabaun Davizi. And he's going to have to go. Czech Republic, they find themselves 24 for 1. Oh, and that was spinning in the air, and Guysssss just... You can see how much that really means to him there. As that brings the new man into the crease. Arun Ashokan, the skipper for the Czech Republic. That's a really, really big wicket for Romania, and they felt if they're going to defend this total, they're going to have to take early wickets here in the power play, and they've done so there. So, Stain, he's lost his partner. He's on strike. He clips this into the leg side. It's well fielded by that man. He's really, really well. That's the 12th man off Tab Kayani in on the leg side there. And that's a good shot from Stain. It's going to be clipped into the leg side. And Raj Kumar does the job, and it's just going to be the 1. And that's going to bring us to the end of the over. And after 3 overs, the wicket falling in Mishra's over. Romania 27 for 1. And Mahir Patel in the chat just saying that they heard us and they promote Ashokan. Well, Ashokan, he's had a couple of really good innings so far for the Czech Republic, as he's done really well in building an innings. We've seen him a couple of times just go under a run of balls. He's had to play a bit of an anchor role as his partner's gone big, as he's had to come in later on in the game, but it's promoted to 3 here. He's going to get a chance just to take a bit of time and then go on and really hopefully go big for his country. It's going to be Raj going to continue. Well, Stain looks to go big, and this has gone high, but I think it's going to fall safe, and it does. And they did really, really well just to keep it to the 2 out there. And, well, Czech Republic having life on the edge, giving away a few chances here. As we're just having a bit of an issue with the on-screen graphic, so I can tell you that the Czech Republic, they are 28 at the moment, 28 for 1. As that's short, and that's cut, and that's going to go all the way. That's a lovely shot from Stain, and that's going to be 4 runs for the Czech Republic batsman. He just rocks back, gives himself time, times that to perfection. 4 runs for the Czech Republic. And that now moves their total onto 32. Instead, Steyn moves on to 20. And you feel Steyn could be a really, really vital part of this innings for the Czech Republic. Well, it's a good reply, but it's going to go over the top, and it might plug, but it does. This is going to run away. 4 runs again for Steyn. Raj Kumar, as he just puts this one into the slot. And Steyn says, thank you very, very much. And he goes all the way, 4 runs. Well, he's going to need a response now. Here's Kumar. And he gets the good response in there, as that's just going to be squared into the offside for a dot ball. It's really good work from the man in the covers there. Wearing a nice floppy hat. Something you love to see. Steyn goes big again. He hasn't quite timed this one. Don't think it's going to go as the 12th man chases after it here. And he's going to do really well. And it's going to be 3 runs to Steyn. Just saves that one there. Does the man. He does a really good job of chasing it down. Half tap Katyani. Big chase again. Steyn going big over the top. Just isn't quite able to time it well enough. As that brings us to the end of the 4th over in Romania. And they're going to be happy with this as the Czech Republic. After 4 overs, they find themselves on 42 for 1. Correction. One more to come in the over. Ashokan he's facing. That's a really good way to end the over, eventually by Raj Kumar. And I can still say it's going to end up being 39 for 1 after 4. And just a few in the chat talking about the game and having a really, really good discussion, which is really one of the aspects of the European Cricket Network. Obviously, really good community built around the streaming platform and being broadcasted to everyone around the world. And it's good to see really good contributions from everyone in the chat. As Dylan Steyn very quickly moved on to 27, just 17 now. Going to be Mishra to continue as this one. It's really well bowled. And then Satish Sand as well, and just cuts us off. So it's going to be a dot ball. And again, it's one of the unique aspects is this YouTube live chat. And the fact that commentators like myself are able to interact with viewers is a really, really unique aspect of the European Cricket Network. As Mishra is a little bit too straight. And Steyn just flicks this into the leg side. It's going to end up being a signal, so it's really good work by Raj Kumar up down here. And he keeps it to just the 1. He keeps Ashokan on strike. To get off the mark. But once again, as we were saying earlier, he just has normally taken his time to get going. But once he does, he's really capable of hitting the long ball. That's good work by the young 15-year-old there. And he comes through and just keeps it to the 2 runs. We just see the replay here. Just veering again onto the leg side. Just struggling a bit with the line length. Not an issue for Mishra. Just the length. And well, Garrison, he's going to be happy with the way that he's going already in this innings with 1 really good catch to remove the main man. Ashokan just pushed this in. He's going to come around for the signal. It's a really good bit of running again. brings the man in. Stain. He's 28 off of just 19. As he cuts this one shot, wow, the fielder there, Saini does really well. He wears this one. And again, we just see all these players putting their body on the line for their country. And we just see a replay here. He hits this well, does Stain. He likes the cut shot. And he does really well. Definitely prevents 4 runs there. He's going to do well to cut this one off as he middled this one again. And Stain proving textbook shots do the job. It's be 4 runs for Stain and the Czech Republic. It's a really lovely shot as he brings up the end of the 5th over. The Czech Republic are 47 for 1. As we're going to see that man who just did a really outstanding piece of fielding, he's going to come into the attack. That's Hussaini, and he's been really, really economical so far this week for Romania. And he's often the man that they go to. A little bit earlier than normal here, as he's going to come on for the last over of the power play. So Shokan going to be looking to make the most of this, as he's currently sat on 3 from just 3 deliveries. And a couple of comments in there about the beast. Well, we saw him go big against Bulgaria. And he's going to look, if he does come in, he's going to really look to give his team a chance. Saini into the attack. Shokan, and he makes the most of it, and he's going to squeeze this one over the top, and that's going to run away for Shokan's first boundary. It's 4 runs to the Shokan. Skipper making the most of the power play, as I just said. It's this one over the top, and on this outfield, it's going to run away to the square boundary. Saini, not the start that he would have wanted. Again, coming on a little bit early here. Saini just struggling ever so slightly. And that's going to be a wide ball. You have to hold that one again. Oh, Saini, not the start that he's going to wanted in this defence. He's just struggling with his line there. Just doesn't seem to be getting through his action for me. I think after getting hit for 4, first ball, just a little bit timid from Hussaini. It's a good comeback, Shokan. Well, I don't think he was expecting the straight one. And he does well, does Saini. Good comeback from him. This is going to be giving another wide. He really is struggling with his line, isn't he, here? His length isn't the issue. It's just that line. It keeps veering towards the offside. I'm sure he's going to be keen to really tighten this up for the rest of this over. It's short. It's outside the off. Shokan, I feel he's missed out there. As we've seen him, he's really, really good off the back foot. He's going to feel that he misses out there. Just needs to pierce the infield, doesn't he? There's plenty of gaps around. This is wide of the crease, and it's going to be a top burst. Really good work from Satvik Gotla in the covers there. He's done really well, as we see a replay here. Really good bit of fielding. Again, you just have to say that these wides just hurting Romania. That's a better delivery from Saini. It's a bit of in-swing, and then it just nips away. It's a really, really good delivery from Hussaini, and that's what he's going to be expecting of himself. Not what we've seen early on here in this over, but more of that consistency. It's a better ball from Saini. And the shorthand goes for the wide one. Saini saying, oh, I'm not too sure about that one, but we'll take another look here. Yeah, it's a good call from umpire Tim Wheeler. But Saini really struggling in this one, isn't he? It's been a long over so far. As a shorthand, just lets this one go, and we eventually get to the end of the power play. Czech Republic after 6, they're 55 for 1. Well, that was a 10 ball over at the end of that. And see at the end of the power play, well, the Czech Republic just behind, but they'll be backing themselves that they're going to be able to go ahead and chase this total. It gives us another chance. If you are in the YouTube chat, let us know where you're watching from. And I'm really, really enjoying myself here as we are carrying on. And Stain, well, he's looking comfortable, isn't he? 32 off of just 21 deliveries. A shot count. He's just 7 off 9, but once again, I'm sure he'll look to really accelerate. So, we're going to see Taranjit Singh come into the attack straight away after the power play. He's going to come around the wicket to left-handed Stain. That one's just pushed in to the leg side for a single. And I can give you a little bit of news on the final game of today. Well, Bulgaria, they've won the toss. They're going to have a bat first, so Romania, they're going to be fielding twice on the bounce here. 40 overs in the field for them. Might take a little bit of a toll on them. And a shotgun just tickles this round the corner. The big chase on. And it's going to be the young 15-year-old. He does really well. A really good arm there from young Marian Gerasim. Does really, really well. So, shotgun still on strike. Looks to go big into the leg side and doesn't quite get all of it, but he muscles this into the leg side. That's going to be 4 runs for Adu and shotgun. He does really well. Pulls this into the leg side. And it's again 1 bounce over the boundary, 4 runs. That's a really good response from Taranjit Singh. Gets taken over to the leg side, keeps that same line, does really, really well. And ends up with a dot ball after getting taken into the leg side. And that's a really nice shot from Ashokhan as he just tickles this down to third man region. And Cosmin's avoid does really well. And it's just going to be the 2 runs. That was Ashokhan's second boundary. Ashokhan advances, and he hits this well, so it's only just going to be the well. There's a bit of misfield, and Stain's going to call him through, and that's really good running from the Czech Republic batsman. Stain saw early that was a misfield, and it brings him through for the second. You can just see here. He goes, yeah, oh, okay, right, let's go. He's running to the danger and will stay. So he's happy to come through, and at the end of the 7th, the Czech Republic is 66 for 1. You can just see there, bottom of your screen at this stage, Romania, they were still 77 for no loss. So the Czech Republic just a little bit behind. These overs now, after the power play, well, they're vital for Romania to really bat them down now and to beat them into, pressure them into making a mistake. And they're going to really want to get this man out. On your screen now, Stain. He's done really, really well. It's going to be Guysssss to continue here. He's gone for 8 off his first over. There was a 10-ball over. So not really many runs coming off of the bat. Just an issue with his line. As this is a little bit off the legs, and it's going to be a chase from Guysssss. He's going to do really well, and he's having a really good day out there, isn't he? The young 15-year-old. It's really good to see emerging talent for Romania. As this is just clipped off his legs. Guysssss gives chase and does really well, and it's just going to be the 2 runs. And he veers on the legs again and Stain. Oh, that's a really good bit of fielding from Taranjeet Singh. And he gets it in and they end up coming back for 2. And that's a really, really good bit of fielding from the man out there. Can't do anything wrong at the moment. One-handed. Plucks it out of thin air. It's a really, really good shot. Guysssss comes around the wicket and gets this one to in the right spell, and he's just pushed that into the man. Satuk Natigotla. That's just going to be a dot ball, and these dot balls are really, really crucial for Romania now, as they really need to just dog these batsmen down, as we've seen so many times throughout this week. So slow ball and Stain when he goes out there, and the man out there. Oh, that's an absolute outstanding grab. And it was only ever going to be that one man, wasn't it? It has to be Taranjeet Singh, as he takes an outstanding grab, as Dylan Stain, he's going to have to go. He did really well to hold on to that one. Taranjeet Singh to get rid of the in man. Dylan Stain, he's got to go. Romania, 70 for 2. Czech Republic find themselves now, after losing their 2nd wicket, 70 for 2. It's a really, really good catch from Taranjeet Singh. It was only ever going to be that one man, wasn't it?
Johnny, who's the batting?
As we see now, cometh the hour, cometh the man. Sudesh Rukramasakara, the beast, comes in to the crease now. And a Shokan and Rukramasakara. There's a lot of pressure on these 2 men now, isn't there? That was a really good innings from Saint. 37 off of just 26 deliveries with 5 fours. But yeah, do you feel that's just the start again? That's just not going to be converted. That could be a really, really big change in this innings, as it's a Shokan on strikers. He's sat there on 17 off of just 14 at the moment. Well, there's a nick on that, and I think is he celebrating? I'm not too sure. I don't think, yes, no, maybe. Just take a look here. I think he's done well. I think he's taken that well. I don't think it's going to be given. There's a bit of confusion at the moment. And that's really interesting. There's definitely a nick on it. Must have just dropped short. As a Shokan survives. Shokan has got to make big on this opportunity now. As he just comes across and puts this into leg side. Should just be the one. And I think Sakara was looking for that second, but ends up just being single as we end the over. And the Czech Republic are 71 for 2. Really big over that from Basu Saini as he gets the big wicket of Dylan Stain. And you just feel now, unless one of these two goes big, Czech Republic might just be struggling. There's a lot of pressure on these two now, isn't it? And just a couple in the chat just saying really good to see the keeper with some good sportsmanship. And I do have to say that all of these games, obviously in the 12th match now, match 11 of the Valletta Cup here in Malta, all 11 games have been played in really good spirit. There's been any controversy. It's been really nice to see. As the change of bowling. And that's going to run away. I think it might go. He's going to do really well. Oh, that's really good bit of fielding from the man out there. Oh, and that's number 13, Cosmin Zaboui. He does really well. As we see here, Guysssss Hussain is coming on. That finds the outside edge. It's played with soft hands and it runs away. And the ball looks like it's going to win, but it just slows up. And that man, Cosmin, does really well, releases it just in time. Really good bit of fielding. And you just feel that Romania are up for this one. Just lifted their standards. As it brings the beast, Sakara, on to face his first delivery. Looks to go big as it goes down the leg side. It's going to be a wide delivery from Guysssss Hussain. As Sakara, he's timed this really well, and I think that's going to go all the way for 4, and it has. That's a really good shot from the beast there, Sakara. He just timed this really well, and maybe just showing that he's doing really well. And he just times it, and he just runs away. It's 4 runs. That's a good response from Hussain, as that was the effort ball. As that's just going to be the one to the man out there, Taranjeet Singh. It's a really good arm, isn't it? The keeper, well, Abdul Shakur does really well. As a shotgun, just drops us in, it's straight to the man. Sathisan there, the skipper, captain versus captain. And it's going to end up being a dot ball. So good over this so far, really, from Hussain. And he just steps over, drops and runs, and he's going to rotate the strike as a shotgun, which is good batting from him. As Hussain, he's only gone for 10 off this over. He can look to keep it at that. As it's Sakara on strike. He advances and that's a very good over in the end from Hussain. Just the 10 coming off it. And at the end of the 9th over, Czech Republic are 81 for 2. A good over from Guysssss Hussain in the context of this game. Just the 10 coming off it. And the beast, Sakara, with a really nice boundary in that. Just really seemed to go big at it. And he just timed it really well off the middle of the bat. As was Hussain, He's going to continue. And a shotgun looks to go big. He's not quite middle of this. There's a man there. Oh, and it's going to go through his hands, and it's going to go all the way for 4 runs. A shotgun going to be given a life there, and it's the man, Aftab Kayani, the 12th man at long on. Well, he had loads of time to set himself, didn't he? He almost just came in a bit too far. And he really disappointed with himself, and that could be a really costly drop, that. Saini deserved a 2nd wicket there. And the shotgun then just drives, doesn't really time this. Well, there could be buzzers here. There's a bit of yes, no, maybe, yes, no, maybe. Doesn't end up coming to anything. This is a dot ball. As you just see here, the beast getting in the way. So I need to continue. A shotgun on strike. Just dabs this down to the young man. That's a really good arm. Just stopped by the keeper there. You see there on your screen, Romania, well, they were 106 at this point, so the Czech Republic is starting to fall back here. Saini. The beast looks to go big, and he's just going to drag this one into the leg side. It should just be...
They played in this tournament.
1
3
run,
wins from the group
kept to the
stages.
single. Saini, really good over this so far. Just drops this one short. And the shotgun's just going to run this into the leg side for a single. And you do think that if the Czech Republic are going to get near this target, they really are going to have to accelerate, and you feel the beast is going to be the man to do that. So I need to finish. Oh, and that's a really big wicket. That's a really good way to bring out drinks as Saini gets a huge wicket of Sudesh Wickramasakara, who goes without really troubling the scorers. It's a great delivery from Saini. Top of off, he clips the bail. That's a huge wicket in the context of this game, as that's going to bring us to a break here. After 10 overs, the Czech Republic are 88 for 3. And we're going to go to a drinks break here. A lot of pressure on the in batsman now. I'm doing a shotgun. You just feel that this is just going to fall to some big hitters in the team now. If you do have any questions for Pavel, do get him in the chat. I'm sure he's more than willing to answer for your questions. As a shotgun just drops us into the offside. It should just be the one. And again, that man, Satwik Natigotla, doing a very, very good job. Kramasakara, well, he went big against Bulgaria, but hasn't really been able to build a big innings. Not really living up to his name, is he, the Beast? And there's just a field replacement just going on as the field just moves around. And I can see in front of me, you can't see on your screen, as Taranjeet Singh comes in, and this is just going to be a dot ball. And in front of me on backwards point and a fly slip. The two Romanian-born players, Marian Gerasim and Cosmin Zavoy. Great example of development in cricket in Europe. This one is flashed into the offside. It should just be a single, and will be. Which means Ramakrishnan gets off strike. And the target of 194. Looking like a big ask now for the Czech Republic. Shokan looking to go for a big shot. Doesn't get any of this, and it's just going to roll out to the man at deep mid-wicket. That's Aldav Mishra with a good job out there. Collects that's just going to be the 1 run. Well, he's gone big here. That's a really, really good catch by the man in the deep. Ramakrishnan, and he comes and he goes for the really massive shot down the ground. It's a big hit to clear the rope there. It does really, really well. As that brings another wicket for Taranjit Singh. This is first in this innings. Czech Republic, after that, they are 91 for 4. Slowly fading now. Slowly fading the chances, as it looks like it's going to be Pitik Tomar, the tank, to come in to join the captain. Tomar, we've seen hit some serious bombs. So if Romania, they're going to have a chance of defending this, which they look like they're doing a really good job at the moment, as Taranjit Singh continues against a Shokan. It's a dot ball as it's put into the leg side, and Sathisan looking to get a bit spicy, but ends up just being a dot ball at the end of the over. So after 11 overs, the Czech Republic are 91 for 4. Pavel Florin just saying that a bit of discussion about the young Marian Gerasim, who is a really talented bowler. And Pavel Florin saying he needs a chance to prove it. I think if it comes to it, if Romania feel that this game ends up getting too far away for the Czech Republic, I'm sure we could see the young man come on, and it'd be really nice to see. But they're going to want to make sure, aren't they? Obviously, not yet got their first win here in the tournament, so I think they're really going to just try and get this win over the line, Romania. Tomar, well, he's on to face his first delivery. Sathisan into the attack, the skipper. Tomar, it's a lovely shot as that squeezes through the offside, but it's done really well by Taranjit Singh once again out in the deep, and it's just going to end up being the 2 runs. And once again, it is really good to see the young 15-year-old. We've got a real array of young talent here. Gerasim for Romania. Louis Bruce going for 99, not out. Sathisan, that's going to be squeezed into the leg side by Tank Tomar for the single. Once again, Sathisan starting off well. He had a better innings with the bat, finally getting a bit of runs under his belt, as this is darted in, and it's going to be given wide by Tim Wheeler. We'll take another look here. He darted this one in. It's a good call. Let's try and move back. This is floated up, and the Shokan's on the drive. And there's an early call of 2. Taranjit Singh does the work out there. Well, this man's everywhere at the moment. And ends up coming back for the 2 runs. Just a bit of a break here. As I think he's just going to get rid of one of his thigh pads. And in reality now, the Czech Republic, they have to go big, don't they? And you do feel like it could be Cricketinromania. In actual fact, you've got the skipper on strike at the moment. He's 32 off of 27. Just the 3 boundaries for Valetta Cup. Well, he's gone up. It should just be collected. And in fact, it is. By Aftab Kiani, the 12th man here. As it brings Tomad on strike. He cuts this away. He's not quite got all of this, but I think this is just going to run away, and it is. It's giving a good chase from the young Guysssss, the 15-year-old. He can't just quite get there. As you see, with an incredible arm as he throws it in off the boundary. As that 4 from Cricketinromania really, in fact, is going to add another 4 onto the total as the Czech Republic is sitting on 102 for 4 now. You need a couple more of those. Tomad looks to go big, doesn't get anything of it. In fact, ends up being just over the 30-yard circle for a single. As that brings us to the end of the 12th over. The Czech Republic are 103 for 4. And we get to have another look at this table here. And in reality, if Romania are going to have any chance of getting as close up to that 2nd spot, they really do need to take the victory here against the Czech Republic, if truth be told. Bulgaria, well, they're truly struggling down at the bottom as they return later on today, where they'll face Romania in the last game of day 4 here in Malta of the Valletta Cup. He's just clipped this one over. So Thisan, he's just saying, just lost it, I think, as it went over him. As it's Taranjeet Singh to continue. Ashokan just plays this into the offside. Shokan looking to go big into the onside. Cut off by the man in the deep, and they come back for 2 pretty comfortably in the end. Taranjeet Singh, he's looking for that wicket, isn't he? In reality, you feel one more wicket of these 2. It could be Curtis, as that's hit really, really hard, and it's going to take some cutting off, and he doesn't quite get round there, and added in a Shokan. Well, he's hit that with some power. Flat bats that through Taranjeet Singh, and it goes all the way for 4. Wide, and Taranjeet Singh also just getting out of the way. So hit that really well for that to race away for 4. They're going to need a couple more of those if you're going to catch up with the Romanian total. This is short, as Ashokan just rotates the strike. And Guysssss comes around, collects that, and keeps it to just the 1 run. And Cricketinromania turns this round the corner, and it's going to be that young man again, Guysssss. Just keeps it to 1 again. Really good work from him. out in the deep, as that brings us to the end of the 13th. Czech Republic are 112 for 4. And there's just a bit of chat about the decision of Wickramasakala going straight away. And I think we've seen it loads of times now, haven't we? Where in reality, in T10, you do have the license just to go all the way straight away, go from the offset. However, as a matter of fact, in T20, you can just give yourself a little bit of time. Czech Republic, if they're going to have any chance here, Ratik Tomar and a shotgun, they're going to have to go big here. It's going to tip off the leg. And he's going to go for the... And I think there could be buzzers here, and there's going to be give away a single. And in the grand scheme of things, don't know if that was actually necessary from the bowler. That's Raj Kumar coming on to continue his spell. The rate creeping up. So nearly 12 and over now. That's a good ball from Kumar. And Tomar just looking to play that in, but just doesn't get on top of it. Almost too close to him, I think. And certainly needing to go big now. And Kumar undoubtedly be happy with the way that he started this over. And this is Fuller, and he's hit that really well as Tomar. And that's going to go all the way. 4 runs from the tank. And in reality, they're going to need a couple more of those. The Czech Republic. Genuine, true strike of the ball from the tank. And that flies away. 4 runs for Tomar. Kumar needs a reply. Tomar looks to go big, and there's no one out there at square leg, and that's just going to trickle over the boundary. It's going to be another 4 runs for the Czech Republic. Undoubtedly, they're going to need a couple more. However, these are certainly going to help add towards the total. Tomar gone the distance now. That's a very good comeback. And that's much better from Kumar, and the tank Tomar just can't get that one away. It ends up being a dot ball. Tomar, final ball of this over. Tomar, he looks to go big. He doesn't get any of this. It's just going to go to the 30-yard circle. Well, they come through for the 2. This could be suicidal. Oh, no. It just... Raj Kumar, you just feel if he had taken that one cleanly, as we're going to see again, he doesn't get all of this as Tomar. A shock out. He was really keen to go for the 2. He was turned blindly, and he was going to go. If he took this cleanly, he was gone, wasn't he? But Raj Kumar doesn't get anything on it, and that's going to end the over with 2 runs added to the total. The Czech Republic after the 14th, they found themselves 124 for 4. And again, we're going to see Taranjit Singh come away from the attack. And Ijaz Hussain to continue for Romania, as the Czech Republic, after that big over, They need 70 runs off of 36 deliveries. Hijashi saying to continue in the 15th. A shotgun into the leg side, and that man Taranjeet Singh just comes round. Collects this one, and it's just the single as it brings Tomad back on strike. 20 off of just 12 deliveries now for Ritik Tomad, the tank. Wow, he's missed this one. The umpire thinks about it and he has to go. And Tomad, I think he knew. And we just have a look at this one here. To seize him in the flight of this one. And he goes to swing this right into the leg side, but he just misses the straight one. Looks to be pretty plumb for me. As that one goes, Czech Republic are 125 for 5. If truth be told, you do feel that that wicket might just be the nail in the coffin now for the Czech Republic. Wickets being the issue for them here, and Romania are going to be more than happy with the way that this is going here. And certainly still a chance here for the Czech Republic. They need a couple of big overs, but the mountain's just getting a little bit steeper now to climb. There's a new batsman, Sazib Buyan. He's coming in now in a really mammoth task now for the Czech. And Hijashi Hussain just straining down the leg side for a wide delivery. Even the chat saying that this game's over. I wouldn't set your horses yet. This one, that's going to be out to the leg side. That's going to go. That's 4 runs. Good start from Buyan. Wide delivery from Hussain. Just overcorrecting from that previous delivery. Buyan makes full effects of that. And one bounce, 4 runs for the Czech Republic. Certainly not over is this contest. And that's just going to come into the offside for a single as they run through. Off the bat of Buyan. And in reality, you do feel that they've got to go big now. Nearly at 12 and over. Almost 2 run the ball. Ashokan, the in-batsman, he's got to go, hasn't he? He's got to really take the fight to Romania as he goes big into the leg side. Doesn't get enough of this, and it's that man, Taranjeet Singh. He's going to get that. Well, Buyan, he was looking for the second. Ashokan wasn't interested. Good shot, straight to the man. Satwik Natikotla has done had a really good job out in the covers as that brings us to the end of the 15th. The Czech Republic 132 for 5. Take a look here, only the 4 left to come for the Czech Republic as they now are requiring 62 needed off of just 30 balls. It's above 2 runs a ball now. It's going to be a really big ask of these two. Ashokan, well, he's been promoted, hasn't he, to number 3. He's been given the chance and he's not done awfully. He's just not had the partners, has he? We've seen the wickets tumble at the other end. So it's Saini to continue here. Is he back into the attack? It's a full start. lot of people in the chat sitting with the Romanians right now. And if anyone knows anything about European cricket, not over till the fat lady sings, ladies and gentlemen. And that's Hussaini. He's got a job here to do. Shokan goes big, and I think he's got enough on that, and he does. That's going to go the distance. That's 6 runs. Really massive shot from the Shokan as he moves on now to 48. And in reality, if the Czech Republic are going to get anywhere near this man's going to play a real vital role. And lots of airtime did that one. Just struggled to get over. Did enough though. Needs a reply to Saini. It's going to end up. It could be a mix-up here. And he's gone. Has Buiyan. He has to go. I think he was really wanting just to rotate the strike after the big 6. So we take another look here. The Shokan. It's a nice drive. Doesn't get all of it. We normally have been running these. We just see here. And he is gone. It's a good call from the umpire. Well, Buiyan looked well, didn't he? Looked like he can strike a ball. He has to go 5 off 3. Shokan, he's run him out there. And a Shokan, still sitting on 48, not out. You do feel that after the 6th wicket falls, as the Czech Republic has sat on 138 for 6. Saini on to continue here. A Shokan on strike, just 2 needed now for his half century. That's a really good delivery from Saini. A Shokan just trying to play this into the leg side. Doesn't really read the line or length at all. That's a good shot, and again, it's just going to be the 1 run as the umpire gets in the way. Probably not what you want to do when you're trying to get some calls here. Not a good way to thank him after giving a dismissal there. Should be all okay, as we just see here. He is well home, and he was. Just took the umpire wheeler by surprise. It brings a new man in. Devinder Singh on strike. Big ask for him now. Saini. This is short. It's well played. Yeah, he gets a good hand on that, and it's really well picked up by the young man. Really good bit of work by those two. You got the skipper there, Sathisan, backed up by the 15-year-old. We just get another look at this here. Really, really good to see. In reality, if it wasn't for that hand there from Sathisan, incredible arm from the young 15-year-old. Shokan on 49. Really, really good delivery from Saini as that. Just lifted a little bit off the pitch. It brings again another dot ball. A great over as at the end of the 16th, Czech Republic are 140 for 6. Basu Saini once again, the pick of the bowlers for the Romanians so far. 28 off of his 4 overs for 2 wickets as he picked up. As the equation now is 54 off of 24 deliveries. 4 overs remaining in this chase. As it's going to be Ijaz Hussain to continue at the far end. Singh on strike. He really adjusts really well there. And he's just going to come through for the single and get that man back on strike as Shokan. You feel there's a lot of pressure on this man's shoulders now. Well, as Shokan, he's had to go big and he's got to go, and he falls one short of the 50. And in reality, you do feel that that might just be the nail in the coffins for the Czechs now, as he walks off disappointed. Good delivery from Guysssss Hussain. And that really does feel that could be just the pendulum swinging more and more into the favour of the Romanians now, as they're still looking to get their first victory. The Czech Republic, as they fall for 141 for 7 now. He's still taking his time. I think he knows he may have just missed an opportunity there to be the man to do it for his country. For Romania, they bowled well, a couple of extras, but not too many, and they fielded really well. And you just feel that might just be the difference here as we get towards the nail-biting end here. There's an appeal for the new batsman. It's going to go down the leg, as that's Sanjajit Sengupta coming in to face. It's a good shout, just missing that leg stump, I reckon. Good bit of bowling this from Hussain. Sengupta still on strike. There's an appeal. It's all happening here in Malta. There's an appeal, then there's an attempt at a run out. Ends up just being a dot ball. Hussain continuing here. It's been a really good over so far. And just as I say that, he squares that one wide. It's going to be given a offside wide. Hussain continues here. That's a big shot. And it's not going to carry. One bounce to the man out there. There's Basi Saini out there, I believe. Doing a good job, not only with the ball, but also out in the field as well. And you just feel now that that wicket of Shokan and the Czechs just losing a bit of confidence, as he times that pretty well. And it's well done again by the man out there, Aftab Kayani, and every run counts now. And you can see the Romanians, well, they're pumped. They're really, really up for this. And that brings us to the end of the 17th. Just 3 overs remaining. Czech Republic are 148 for 7. Well, that rate now. 16 runs required and over now. 50 off of 18. And I just said a couple of things in the chat just about the young man getting on for a bowl. The only issue here is Romania yet to get that win, and I don't really want something bad to happen to the young man's confidence. There's still plenty of games left in this tournament. Could be a close run out here. There's no one there to back up, so he holds on, does well, come through for the single. Good from Singh. Just going back to that. And I think obviously there's a game coming up in Romania. They really want to get that first win on the board. Going winless so far in the tournament. if they can get their first win, and then I think after that, they're going to look to get more involved. It's a nice shot. As the goals are going to come through, and it's a, well, all over the place is Raj Kumar as he returns to finish his spell here. He's only gone for 36 so far with 4 deliveries remaining. And just with Garrison, I just think, again, just having him in and around the squad is really good for a kid his age. Just as we're talking about him, he just puts one down. He took one earlier, but this one flew him really quickly. And if anything comes from it, he has stopped the 4 runs. So not the outlet that he would have wanted, but from a team's perspective, it's just going to be the 1 run. It's a slower delivery into the offside. They're going to go, the run out. There could be buzzers here. They're going to turn and go. It should just be the 1. And it's just going to be the 1 extra, isn't it? Yeah. As Abdul Shakur brings that in from the throw. As you're saying, so bringing Sengupta on strike. It's well ball, but he's hit that well. And again, that man, well, he's been ever present in the covers, isn't he? Satwik Natigotla does extremely well. And ends up just being the 1 run off of Sengupta. 45 needed. 44 off of 13 now, the equation for the Czech. So Romania, well, they look like they're set to put their first victory on the board. He hits this into the leg side. They turn and go for 2. And that brings us to the end of the 18th. Just see that, never getting themselves up towards where the run rate required them to be. So at the end of the 18th, Czech Republic are 152 for 7. With Ijaz Hussain, he's 2 for 22 off of his 3 overs so far. As he's going to come in and finish his spell in the penultimate over here. 42 runs needed off 12 now, 21 and over. And he's got him. You see that celebration again from Hussain. Sengupta, well, he has to go. So another wicket falls for the Czech Republic. 152 for 8 now. As just going, clips off his pad. He's a little bit unlucky there. As we go into the final 2 wickets now, as 152 for 8 are the Czech Republic. Looking forward into the next game, obviously the action doesn't end here for us here on the European Cricket Network. Romania, they'll be making a return after what looks like it's going to be a pretty comfortable win for them here. Now they are going up against Bulgaria, who are still, well, they were in a similar position to what Romania were, still are technically. Bulgaria, they're looking to get their first win after losing out to Gibraltar as we go back to live action. It's a big shout, he's not going to give it. And that's the new batsman of Lead Ahmed. Bowled well. Bit of a tough situation to come in the last over and a half. And there's an edge on that, but it's a no ball. Well, he's overstepped by the looks of it. And he survives. If we look here, well, it's not for that, so we're wondering as to why it's a no ball. You just see here, don't think it is. It could be, no, looks fine to me there. I'm not sure as to why that's been given a no ball. Can't think, Fields looks fine to me. It's a free hit. It's a slow delivery, it's really well bowled, but the keeper, this is going to end up coming through for a bye. Brings Ahmed back on strike. Well, he's hit that pretty well into the leg side, and that might be a boundary, and it is. So a bit of consolidation for the Czech Republic. He just swipes across into the leg side, picks the boundary really well. It's 4 runs for the Czech Republic. He digs that out, and it's going to end up just coming through. Well, they're going to look for 2 here. They're going to do well, but I don't think so. And that's good work by the man out in the deep. Half tap, Kiani does well. Going to end up just being the 1 run. So do join us as Romania return to the field as they take on Bulgaria in match number 3 here today. Game 12 of the Valletta Cup here on the European Cricket Network. Is that what? That's gone really high, and the young man's under it. It's going to take some catching. Well, and that's an absolute outstanding grab by the young man. And you have to feel that he's really deserved that. He took the early catch early on. Really well in the field throughout the entire tournament. And that's probably one of the hardest catches we've seen taken in this tournament. Had serious height on it, serious airtime. It's a great catch by the young man. And you can just see the smile on his face, 15 years of age. It's a really, really stunning catch by that young man out there. Marian Gerasim, 2 catches for him in this innings. And at the fall of the 9th wicket, the Czech Republic are 160 for 9. Brings us into the final over. Well, we are going to see a native come on to bowl. It's not going to be the young man after taking an outstanding catch, but we are going to see Cosmin Zabui come on for the final over. As you see him getting loose. This is what we've all wanted to see, haven't we? We've really wanted to see some homegrown talent. And here we go. We've got Cosmin Zabui coming on. What a catch that was by the young man. He's going to be replaying that one over and over again. Will Marian, that's really lovely to see. As we're going to continue on here into the final over. Czech Republic 160 for 9 going into the 20th over. Cosmin Zabui is into bowl. It's a good start from Cosmin, as that's just going to be hit into the leg side for a single. Good start from Cosmin. Just a bit of an issue with the on-screen graphics, so we do apologise. I'll keep you updated as it's now 161 with 5 left in the over. That's going to be a wide down the leg side. There's appeal for stumping. I don't think it's going to be given. Just a 1 wicket needed now to bowl them out. Just veering down the leg side was Cosmin. Can he take a wicket with him? Steps across. And it's clipped up. Just falls safely for the single as they move on to 163. Cosmin, the growing talent from Romania in the final over. it's a really good bit of bowling is this from Cosmin. No pace on the ball, so it's really, really hard for the number 11 to get this away. It's a really good bit of bowling from Cosmin. Pretty much up to date now. As that is going to be given a wide. Cosmin just struggling here just to get his line. His length's pretty much bang on. Just struggling to get that line right. I'm sure he's going to try and fix it here. This is full, and there is a man out there who's been given a no ball. So it's going to be a free hit against Cosmin here. It's the number 11 on to face. Free hit coming up. It's actually a really good delivery. It's only going to be the 1 run as Ijaz Hussain collects that. It's just going to be the 1 run. There's good over from Cosmin so far. A couple of extras, but when he got it on there, it's been tough. It's been tough to get away. A good bit of work behind the stumps. Again, just struggling to get him away. That almost awkward position. It's a really tough pace to get away. You really got to generate the power yourself. In reality, when you do so, you almost swing too hard at it. It's protection out on the leg side. It's catching opportunities if it goes. And again, well, that's a lovely way to end this match. Romania, well, they finish here in match number 11. And they're victorious as they will defeat the Czech Republic by 26 runs. And Romania, for they deserve that. They played some good cricket today. And they ended up with the victories. We have a look at the highlights here. And Stain getting off to a really good start for the Czech Republic. And there's a good bit of fielding. But that young man there on screen, well, he's been brilliant today in the field. Some really good fielding. And he's taken 2 really good catches. Tajik Singh, wow, that was a really great grab. And a shotgun. That was a bit of a controversial moment there, wasn't it? He's walked there. I think we all thought it was given. Again, Cosmin doing a very good job out in the field and managed to get it over in for him at the end of the game. As we just see the highlights here. A shotgun where he showed a bit of fight, didn't he, for the Czech Republic, and you just felt when his wicket went, there wasn't going to be much. Well, the Beast didn't get going, did he? Wikrama Sakara. Swipe across the leg side early on in his innings, and that was the demise of the Beast. This was a really good catch out in the deep. You could just see how much that meant. Shotgun, he hit that hard. He hits a hard ball. If it's hit, it's going to stay hit. Vitik Tomar, he showed a bit of fight. Just missing the straight one. Got done by the flight. And ends up getting done by LBW. You see here, really good bit of work again from the young man. And that was the moment that changed the game. Hussain getting that wicket, top of off, he had to go, nearly a shotgun, and that's when you felt Romania really felt that they were in there. This one, again, a bit unlucky for the batsman, just clipping him on the pad as it won his way through. Big bowling. We see this, well, that's the moment of the match for me. Young Garrison with an absolute blinder of a take out in the deep, 15 years of age. Just again, something you really love to see here on the European Cricket Network. And then Cosmin Zaboy given the ball